Hello, dear sister. This video blog is going to talk about a little something called the dark night of the soul. The dark night of the soul is something we all go through on a spiritual journey, whether we want to or not. The more we resist it, the more painful it can be. Um, it's shadow work. It's about integrating ourselves. We are all light, but we do have shadow. We have to bring them together. Um, and one of the things about the dark night of the soul that I'm going to talk about right now is someone just sent me this a couple weeks ago, and I'd never heard of any one of these terms, but I thought they were so appropriate when it comes to the dark night of the soul. And anyway, the first term is FOMO, FOMO, which means the fear of missing out. So a little something happens during the dark night of the soul. There's this withdrawing period that happens where you sort of withdraw from life as you know it because you don't really know what's going on. You don't really identify with things like you used to. And so there's this withdrawing part. And in the very beginning of the dark night of the soul, you can experience quite a bit this fear of missing out. You don't want to participate, but there's this guilt you feel, or I should be doing this, and I should want to be doing this, or, even I'm going to miss out if I don't do this, and people aren't going to like me as much, and I'm not going to be popular, blah, blah, blah. So the fear of missing out is a very real thing. That's why a lot of people do things they don't want to do, because of FOMO. But during the dark night of the soul, something switches towards the end. FOMO turns to JOMO. And I guess this is the new term. The joy of missing out, which I totally get now. I totally get it. Instead of thinking, oh my God, I'm missing out, you think, oh, thank God I'm not taking part in that. And I think a lot of people are starting to relate to that. They don't want to do the things they wanted to do. Things that were fun to them in the past aren't fun anymore. My idea of fun has totally changed during my dark night of the soul. Totally. The things that I thought were fun, like going out and drinking, doesn't appeal to me anymore whatsoever. Not even a little bit. To me, that's not authentic fun, and I'm just talking to myself right now, because I actually do like a glass of champagne daily because it feels like celebration to me. So I have nothing against alcohol. But going out and getting drunk and it just, that's not authentic fun. You use alcohol because you need that to be uninhibited. You need that to feel a certain way. One of the things that happened during the dark night of the soul is that you start to, after you unravel yourself, things start to get put back together in a different way, and you can actually figure out what's authentically fun for you. So the joy of missing out, when someone emailed that to me a couple of weeks ago, I'm like, well, that is perfect. My family, my husband and I, we both gone through the dark night of the soul, and we don't want to go and to parties like we used to. We don't want to be around chaotic energy or inauthentic fun. And it's not anything to do with the people. It's the vibration. It's the vibration that we don't want to be a part of. And that is something very real that could happen to you during the dark night of the soul. In the beginning, when everything's unraveling and you're trying to figure out what the hell's going on, it might be FOMO. I'm afraid of missing out. And then when you start to put yourself back together and you understand what is important to you now, it's the JOMO. I'm so glad I'm not participating in that anymore. And I think the more and more people stop participating in things that aren't authentically fulfilling, the more the world's going to change to reflect authentic joy, authentic fun, where we don't have to rely on outside things, people, places, substances to get us there. So anyway, I thought that was interesting. FOMO to JOMO. Maybe you know what I'm talking about. And if you want to know more about the dark night of the soul, I just posted a new video yesterday under the Awakening series, where I talk about all the ins and outs and all the demons and even all the gifts that can be involved in the dark night of the soul. It can be a very dark, confusing time. And I wish I had known more about it when I was going through it. And I went through it a long, long time. The less you resist it and the more you understand it, the easier it can be to get through. So if you're going through a dark night of the soul right now, I recommend this video to help you get through it easily and with a friend and with a hug. All right. I love you. Bye.